I was gonna make the video with a little bit of editing, but I'm really tired and really busy with a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna upload the raw footage. Anyway, Inktober. I did it for the first time, and the only time. I'll explain why later. I initially didn't want to do this, but after a while I thought, why not? So I did, and this is what happened. First prompt is ring. My mom loves this one. She wants me to frame it, but I always refuse. I am pretty proud of this one. Got some nice eldritch looking things and my usual abstract stuff. I had a totally different idea for this prompt, but I don't think it's worth mentioning in the video. Next up, mindless, more like mind turd. What I thought that someone like having their brain come out from their ear and just landing on the floor is a pretty funny example of a mindless person. Bait. I really love how this one turned out. Like, I just love experimenting with ink because accidents can happen, but it can produce the most amazing effects. Like, for this picture, the fish got a lot more bloody than it should have. Still really proud of this. I think this one's my favorite out of all of them. Freeze. This is actually the second time I drew this. The first time I messed up this guy Shiru. I messed up his eye. It was visible. And I wanted to do that anime trope with the vertical lines and stuff. But it worked this time. Next up, build. Some more surreal stuff. One of my characters is just carrying this heavy load and another character is adding on to it. Pretty simple stuff. All right, another one of my favorites, Husky. Yeah, I'm sure you can tell what this one is. It's The Seer, my favorite album of all time. This took like 45 minutes, but it was worth it, for sure. Next up, Enchanted. This is one of my weakest. I was using like 2 different kinds of ink for the wash type drawings, and I guess I used the wrong kind of ink, so yeah, this didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I did draw a colored version of it, and it looks much better. Let me find it. I gotta do a sketchbook tour too. Where is it? Here it is. This looks much better, for sure. All right. Frail. Yeah, more catharsis stuff. This was when I was going through a pretty big depressive episode. I just wanted to escape myself. But as usual, drawing helped me cope, and I posted this on Tumblr with the tag, the caption, "You can't escape the beast," which referred to my situation at the time. I'm not gonna elaborate on that because I don't need to, and you don't need to hear it. Unless you want to. In this case, PM me on Discord. Swing. I actually tried doing a backflip off the swing and knocked myself out. I'm really proud of this one, though. Like, Dristan is a real daredevil, and even the simplest of stunts, he will do. That's for sure. Pattern. This is, I guess, a controversial one because of I don't know if I did an actual pattern. I mean, the thing at the bottom, that's got to be a pattern, right? Snow. Saikuna revisiting her inner childhood. Man, don't you remember when you did snow angels as a kid? It was so much fun. Dragon. Yeah, this was a very confusing one for many. And I know it's hard to tell. You don't know where the dragon is? Well, let me show you. Here's an eye, and here's like very prominent fangs, and he's just spitting out fire. Yeah. Oh, and also, this is my first time using bamboo brushes. And I really like those, so I used them on the next prompt. Ash. This is supposed to be like a volcano erupting and spewing ash everywhere. I am so proud of how this one turned out. It actually looks like a Japanese painting, or whatever you call it. Woodcut, I think. Overgrown. It's Emlyn watching a bunch of climbing plants. I could pull up the descriptions on Tumblr for these, but I just want to go to sleep already because it's like midnight or something. But yeah. Legend. Yeah, you know the Patapon legend. I referenced a screenshot from the opening cutscene of the game, and I made the language at the bottom by myself. I did not copy off of it. Wild. Some of my OCs love being wild. Wild is their lifestyle. Yeah. This is one of the weaker ones. I think this was the start of like a losing streak for me because it was lower quality drawings. Some of which, actually, never mind. I'm not proud of them, but they're not my worst drawings of all time. Next up, Ornaments. This was a concept someone lended to me generously. It's called Spirit Park. So basically there are these rocks with these steel frames that have ornaments hanging off of them. And each of these ornaments has a little bell. And on a clear day, if one of the bells rings, you can contact a spirit. Pretty fun. Misfit. You can tell I ran out of ideas for this. I'm still not proud of this. Like, I could do so much better than this. Sling has a bit of a Salvador Dali thing, especially with the spike. And also, he had those little wooden things to hold things up. That kind of reminds me of that. Okay. Tread. Just running on a treadmill. And if you didn't notice, Pitarch is wearing an Einsters and a Neubauten shirt. Yeah, I'm a fan. I like industrial stuff. Yeah. Treasure. This was based off a building I saw. I think it was OCAD. When I went on one of my usual downtown walks, I converted OCAD into like a futuristic treasure chest / water park attraction. I think it would make a great, like, it's like it's like the giant bucket that fills up with water. Although here, these nozzles fill up with water, and then there's a trap door that opens up and just sprays the water all over. So yeah. Ghost. My persona salmon. There was nothing else I could do. But I had to do it. Ancient. I guess I succeeded with the bamboo brushes. I can't remember exactly what the Chinese means. I used to, but now I forgot. Dizzy. Yeah, I ran out of ideas pretty much immediately when I started drawing. So I just drew Shiru like losing his mind and becoming dizzy, I guess. Okay, now next up is a bonus drawing. Swans. I did this on the 25th. So Swans released a new album called Leaving Meaning on that day. And so I had to do something about it. So I drew this. So it's got the Leaving Meaning phrases there and my abstract stuff all around it. And 4 days later, I got the album. Signed by Michael Gira himself. Isn't that cool? Now for the real prompt, tasty. It's one of my OCs, Seru Notani, just guzzling a whole pot of coffee. This was inspired by an image off the Voyager Golden Record, where there were these 3 people like teaching you how to feed yourself. And there's this one guy who's like downing a pot of, I don't know, coffee, water, I don't know, but he looks ridiculous while doing it. I've been thinking of redrawing this as well as most of my other Inktober stuff, but this one in particular I want to do so badly, along with like 2 other of my OCs to complete the picture. Dark. I like doing night scenes, but doing them with ink is kind of hard because, you know, you can't do all black because it takes a long time to dry. So I gotta get crafty. Coat. This is my character, Rising. She's a New York City girl, so she has the supreme coat, bitches get frazzled patch. I guess this is like a leather coat, like something like a motorcycle gang would wear. Maybe she's just trying to mock them. Ride. Pretty simple. There was nothing better to do. Injure. I didn't know what to do, so I just picked a random Goretober prompt list, and I picked a random character. So, Oviki got slit in the throat. Don't worry, just put gauze and apply pressure and he'll be okay. Catch. I really don't like this one. I mean, the concept is just silly. A pitching machine and a thing that automatically catches it. Yeah, it's not good. Finally, it's hard. Finally, ripe with the Patapons, my main 4 Patapon OCs, doing the taste test to see if the fruits are ripe enough. And that's it. That's my first and only, my sole Inktober. Why will I not do it next year? Because I'm not somebody who likes jumping on trends or bandwagons. I just prefer to do my own thing. And also because I have a lot of other like creative projects and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to upload this and then go to sleep. Bye.